Hello and welcome in. I am MissKinghorn and we are back here in The Sims 4. Yeah, if you're wondering where the Planet Zoo Red Lane Zoo is, it's taken a bit of a hiatus. I think you guys have probably felt it as well in the last videos. I've just not been feeling it, and so I thought I'd better take a break, have a little bit more time to do some of the habitats that I really wanted and kind of get my head back into it. So yeah, we're gonna basically run with some Sims content until then, and we are starting here with a 2-bedroom, very cluttered family apartment. This is actually in the 920 Medina Studios in San Myshuno. We did another one of these not too long ago in this sort of block, and I thought this would be the perfect place to use the new kitchen clutter kit because it's like my all-time favourite new kit. It's gorgeous, and yeah, I feel like you're going to see a lot. There's going to be a lot to do with that new kit, I have to be honest, and yeah, this is just the first of many builds with it. Well, actually no, second build with it. They come around so quickly now. But we're here. This is actually going to be a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom family apartment. So one of the main bedroom does have an ensuite. It is very small, but it is usable in there. And we also have like a twin room, so it's got 2 beds in the other bedroom as well. And yeah, if you're a fan of clutter as much as I am, this is a apartment for you. It's everywhere, let's put it that way. We're starting off here with the entrance hallway, and I love putting shoes in this new little it's a hallway table, but they've got these like perfect little cubbies that I think this is, if I can remember correctly, this is from the gamer kit. And this is like designed to be like one of the IKEA ones where you have like the boxes that you can put in them. We don't have those to put in, but what we do have is lots of clutter to kind of fit in there. So I've put in some shoes, I've put in some games, and just some sort of knickknacks and cleaning supplies and things like that as well. And yeah, I think it works in here really, really nicely. And just getting in some decorative wall trimming here on this sort of corner. At this point, I'm really not sure kind of how I want this to look. I kind of settled on a yellow and blue kind of vibe for this. I think this kitchen that came with the birthday drop or update works perfectly with the new items in that sort of blue and yellow kind of tinge, so that's what we've kind of put in here. I say I knew what I wanted. This is take 2 of doing this. It's only a small apartment. My recording software went wrong. So I was really not sure if you were going to get a build this week, I have to be honest. It was that bad. Filmed all of this, I had done it all, everything was done, I pressed stop record, and I looked at the clock and went, 3 minutes. An apartment would take longer than that. I had the first 3 minutes of recording and nothing else. So in about hour and 40 minutes, I had 3 minutes. Yeah. So that's why when you notice the floor was actually already done, I just re-put in the walls to kind of give you the floor plan, having already built it once. So yeah, there are a few changes, I have to be fair. I did mess up when I tried to recreate it, but you know, this is me. I'm never perfect in anything I do, and this build is one of them. We do have a bin in here, so that is one thing. There is a bin in the kitchen, but yeah, I kind of messed up a few little bits, and I wanted certain bits to work, as you can see here, trying to use this new sort of like, it's not even a table. I don't know why. I know there is like a mod update that means you can place certain things like microwaves and stuff on top of that. Why that's not a thing in the game when it came out, I don't know. It makes so much more sense for it to actually be usable rather than just like a shelf. We do get it in here, but it is kind of in a bit of a weird little nook. But anyway, this is the kitchen. This is where we spend the majority of our time in this apartment, because I think this is the area I really wanted to focus on, and this is where I wanted a lot of clutter. This is to be really homely, lived in, very used, kind of messy, kind of a family apartment in here. And I feel like the kids have been making cookies on the island, they've been mixing bits together, there's lunch boxes open, there's stuff everywhere in here. You do have one island counter and one main counter next to the cookout as well, which is completely free of everything, so your Sims can use all of this as well. And then we're going to put in some cabinets. Now, one thing I don't like with this apartment is it's a tall wall height, which means there's so much space. It created really nice big modern windows that are perfect for this apartment. It feels very modern, very kind of contemporary, but because of the height, there's so much dead empty space, and yeah, it proved a little bit problematic. I did think that I could just run cabinets all the way up, but then I was like, you can't open them. I'm not going to put a ladder in because that doesn't go anywhere. Like, it became a huge sort of big thing. So smaller wall height. I don't think I've ever built a house or a lot that I had to with tall wall heights. I've always kind of gone like medium or small. I don't know, is that just me? Does everybody, do you like tall wall heights? What do you put on the walls in here? There's not too much artwork, which is something very strange for me in this apartment. I've kind of used alternative pieces. I've kind of used wall plants. I've used the wooden beams in here. We kind of have a few little artwork pieces, but nothing kind of major where I would normally do. And just as we're talking about things I don't use, when did we get these sofas? They are gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen them before. I kind of just went, oh, they're yellow, they'll work. Yeah. When did we get them? I honestly don't know. I kind of have an idea of most things in my head of what packs they come from, but I've never seen those before. So yeah, drop me a pack. Let me know. Have you seen them? Have you used them? Where do they come from? Let me know, because these work perfectly in here. They're kind of funky, they're a little bit cool, very modern, and yeah, are bright yellow, which I really, really wanted in here. I have also kept the walls very white, except for the kids' bedroom, and you'll sort of see that later on. I wanted it to be maybe like a rented kind of apartment, or like in a block where maybe you don't have so much control, like you can't knock down walls, you can't kind of paint over things or redo the floor or something like that. I know when my brother had his first apartment, and he was like, right, it has to be carpeted throughout, you can't have like wooden floors, you can't have pets in there, you can't have all of sort of, there's lots of rules that he had to live by, which I mean was a bit weird, but he ended up with 2 cats. But anyway, that's not the point. I'm not dropping him in there. But like, I feel like they can't change the core of the property in here, but they went a little bit extreme when it came to the kids' bedroom. I'm just saying. You'll see that in a minute when we get there in here. But adding in these cushions on here, I think it just softens the bright yellow in here of those sofas up a little bit, and just getting a few more little knickknacks and clutter and mess everywhere, which I love, because let's be fair, we're not all perfectionists, and I think this sort of family home here, apartment, works really, really well in there. They've kind of got some toys and there's some clutter for the kids as well, but that is sort of us now done for this section in here. As I say, placing a few more of those beams on that corner, I think it just softens that sharp edge a little bit more. And now we're going to move in to the main bedroom in here, and you can sort of see the small little ensuite bathroom attached to that as well. And using lots of high school, which I didn't necessarily think would work, but it actually comes out really, really well with this whole sort of vibe, especially because the lighting, especially with those ones over the bed, it kind of makes those bedside tables look really yellow when they're actually like a really light wood. But I think just the lighting aspect of here works really well, and it was so good to take some of the screenshots at like different times of the day, because you obviously had all of the light in the background light up and stuff like that as well. But more clutter, more bits and pieces coming on in here. So the family I had in mind for this apartment was 2 adults and their twin daughters that are probably maybe like 7, 8. They still share a bedroom, they kind of do everything together, they're kind of inseparable. Their favourite colour is shocking yellow, basically because it's like the only colour they've been brought up with. Now I did have a hunt on Pinterest to try and find some kind of modern kids bedrooms that are colourful. I found one, it's perfect. One thing I will say is a lot of kids bedrooms are very neutral. That's great until you want to go extreme. I kind of fell down a rabbit hole when it came to colourful kind of interiors with this, and trying to kind of find out what works, what doesn't work in real life and also in The Sims in here as well. And yeah, I've now found a huge collection of colourful living rooms, bedrooms, kitchens. So yeah, but here we go with the yellow. It's only these 2 walls, which I don't think are too bad, but yeah, they might hurt your eyes if you're not used to the bright yellow in here. But the rest of it is all very white, and I think they contrast really, really well together. What we do is create a kind of big focus wall on here. So we're using some clouds, and then we get out some sort of stars, and we also have this little cloud shelf, which I think it came when we had toddlers. It's been in the game for so long that I'm like kind of forgetting about it. In here I just thought some nice 3D little clouds in here would be perfect. I don't actually place too much on them because you can't really reach them, so it was kind of a bit of an odd one, but I thought let's have some nice stars. These are actually lights, so they do scale perfectly in here as well, so they do all light up really, really well. And then I was going to use this rug, and then I saw this yellow one, and I thought that is perfect. It's actually from the new Business and Hobbies. I don't think I've ever used this yellow swatch, but it really works in here. And yeah, I love it. I think it just sort of brings the whole room together. But you guessed it, more clutter coming through. I kind of went over the top with this bedroom. Well, with this whole apartment, really. I kind of just let myself run wild with what I want, and sort of different items than I would normally use as well. Some of them obviously are the same, but for the most part, I kind of just went a little bit out there with it, and I love it. But do let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like the apartment, or if you would like to see any particular apartment done, let me know as well. And we also have to see what comes in the future when I can finally do something, because I have still got to work out what on earth went wrong with my recording software, because I do not want to be recording for like 2 hours and only get 10 minutes. That was frustrating, shall we say, in there. But yes, lots and lots of clutter coming through in here. And I do also show you one bathroom of this. I actually show you the ensuite as well. We go back and do that. But the family bathroom at the other end, I've done it, but I did it off camera because it was just gonna be too much, I think. An apartment this size to have 2 big bathrooms was kind of a little bit different. So I thought let's just have the one in here and we'll sort of see that now. So using again another new kit, this is the sleek bathroom in here. I kind of went a little bit all out with everything from this pack. We didn't have room for a bath, so I was like, right, we're just gonna have a nice big walk-in shower in here. It's all gonna have to be along one wall. There is 2 huge floor length windows in here as well, which made it a little bit problematic because you're just going to be able to see straight out. But I thought, you're in a high-rise building, nobody's going to see anything, hopefully, in here. But I will wrap this up now. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and you can subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on all social medias. The link is in the description. But until next time, bye everyone!